Hello, everyone, and welcome to 4J Media Live for April 20th, 2019. And today we're going to talk about how to get started with Google Jamboard. So let's jam and get right into Google Jamboard, shall we? Okay, so I've jumped over to my Gmail account here real quick. And this is a Gmail account that I set up for my business, 4J Media. So I'm going to click on the Google Apps area here, and we're going to go to the Jamboard, okay? So this is really exciting for me because I use a whiteboard quite frequently, and I'm trying to get away from the whiteboard and move over to a Jamboard. So it's pretty exciting. All right, so I'm going to go to okay, cut that part out and let's start again. So I'm going to go and start a new Jamboard right here. We're going to click on the little plus. Okay, let's see if that works. There we go. So what is the Jamboard and why should we be using this instead of something else? Well, what's great about this is we can change the backgrounds. Look at this. So we can go to dots. We can go to squares, blue. Do blue, okay. You can do black. For right now, I'm just going to do none, but I want to show you all the options, okay? So what's cool about this is right now we're in this frame, so I can write here freely, right? So if I wanted to draw something here and then add it over there, you can click here. You can do a pen, a marker, a highlighter, or a brush. So I would do a marker to start with because that's all I use is markers. And there should be a way to change the color. Let me just see. Oh yeah, here we go. So you have black, blue, green, yellow, red, and white. So let's do red. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. So it's just like a whiteboard. It's literally just like my whiteboard. You can add an image. You can add sticky notes. So we can do here. Okay, save it. Okay. So we can move that around. You can move it here, duplicate it, edit it there. That's kind of a cool feature. We can go to the eraser, clear board. Okay. So it just kind of gives you a, so for example, let's do the graph. So what I've been doing at my house is I have, wow, my drawing skills are way off. Let me clear that out real quick. So I can give you a good example. Okay, so right now what I'm using at my house is I have a whiteboard with a black marker, and I draw the lines kind of straight. Let's see if I can follow the line. Okay, that's not too bad. It does a trick. Basically what I'm doing is I type in the date, and like I said, I'm getting used to this, and then I'll write in, draw a line down, and then do 1, okay, and then 2 and 3. I'm not going to write all this out, but you get the idea. Okay, so you can see that this is kind of a pain in the butt with the mouse. However, I'm going to clear the board real quick so I can show you one other thing here that's really cool about this. So the idea of a Jamboard is that it's touchscreen, right? So I'm using a mouse, so this doesn't really give you really a good example of what you can do with it. However, you could get a I believe it's called a tablet, where you could have a pen and then you could draw stuff on here, and you'd be able to kind of make a custom deal here. But what I like to do is I draw a graph like this, and I'll write in the date. Okay. And like I said, my handwriting is terrible because I don't have a pen, but that's okay. You get the idea. So let me go to a new board here. So I'm going to add a frame. So what this does is you can add a frame and you can keep jamming. So you can go from one jam to another, and basically it creates a slideshow of all your different jams. So if you want to take a lot of notes, you just make a new Jamboard. So let's delete these real quick. So that's what's cool about the Jamboard, is it gives you the ability to be able to delete things quick, and you can write a lot of notes. I write a ton of notes. I have 5 or 6 notebooks full of information that I documented for the business and for other things. And this really helps you to kind of put it all in one spot. We can add an image. Let's add an image. So really, I could build a graph out in Photoshop and then import it and use that, and then you can write on top of it. So you see here, I can write on top of this, and let's do a different color so you can kind of see it. And I'll do a little thicker. Let's do like this. So you can see that you can kind of build over it, or not build over it, but it's layers. So it's a layer. So delete that, and then we can clear the board. And it just gives you a lot of freedom. So you're able to do a lot of things with it. And it's quite cool, I gotta be honest. It's pretty cool. There we go. My writing's getting a little bit better. It's not where I want it to be, but you get the idea. But again, like I said, you could build this in Photoshop with lines, and then you could bring it back in here and write in information. It's just a great place to be able to write ideas and work with it, and have a place where it saves digitally and you don't have to look for it. So you can name the Jamboard there. You can download it as a PDF, save frame as image. You can generate a temporary jam code, which will allow anyone in the domain to find access to this jam, so you can share it with people in my organization, which for right now it's only one. So I wouldn't be sharing it with anybody at the moment, but when I get employees, then I would be sharing it with them as well. You can go to the Jamboard home, and that's really it. That's the Jamboard. That's Google Jamboard. It's really cool. And like I say, they offer it. You can buy a TV. I think it's $5,000, and they give you a pen, so you can draw on the board, and you can swipe and then build another jam. And it just makes it really easy to do collaboration and work. So thanks so much for watching this live webinar, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.